Welcome back,
Radiant
ladies and
team
gentlemen,
back.
boys and girls, to what is game number 2 now of this 2-game series. I am Breaky CPK, joined by CCNC here as my co-caster, and you're tuning into the Star Ladder iLeague Star Series American Qualifiers. So, our second series, our middle series even of the day, compLexity versus Onyx, and Team Onyx up 1-0 right now in this 2-game series. It definitely could have gone either way last game, but Team Onyx, they just simply played a little bit better. You know, it came down to that somewhat of a base race of sorts at the end, but the Invoker play a Flea. This standard player Flea has actually performed pretty well, I think it's safe to say, in that first game. What do you think, CCNC?
Yeah, I think Francis played very well. It's gone by several names in the past. Was playing on duo before this team. They didn't really find too much success, but playing with a lot of better known players with more experience, so maybe learning a lot from them, getting better while playing with them. It's rare you find an opportunity like that. So he's probably really trying to get the most out of this time while Abed isn't in the U.S. and he's playing with all these players with a whole lot of experience and knowledge about the game.
Yeah. And he is going to possibly be playing a Shadow Fiend this time around as they second pick Shadow Fiend. Omni Knight Shadow, that's such an odd start, I feel like. Not a typical one. What were they thinking with this?
Reserve time.
Shadow Fiend, I think, very good versus Ember Spirit in lane. Also, just generally good versus in the game. There's a hero that you can play around. Will do quite well versus him in the lane. You can take his towers. Shutting an Ember Spirit down early is something that's typically very hard to do because he can always just farm the lane with his Flame Guard and then just push out the wave, and you can never really break it. But Shadow Fiend is a hero that actually can break it, as you just have 3 nukes. So able to bring down the shield as he builds up more and more damage. He's going to right-click the Ember Spirit down. Will have a very hard time in the lane, as well as picking the Omni Knight. So giving a hero that they're able to just 5-man around, heal up the Shadow Fiend, play around him. And, obviously Omni Knight as well, very good versus the Ember Spirit. So obviously a pre-planned response that they had to this Ember Spirit. So expecting them to pick it and having this Omni Knight Shadow Fiend. So a 5-man centric lineup, a lineup that's very hard for the Ember Spirit to fight into.
Yeah.
Dubu typically plays their Omni Knight, so maybe you can look for a hero that with a good stun versus the Ember Spirit for their offlane, or maybe a Legion Commander or something like that. So they actually have a means of catching this Ember Spirit and then have sort of this invincible 5-man draft. They walk down towers and compLexity isn't able to fight into.
Yeah. compLexity goes the Ember as mentioned, but then they also go a Warlock. Now, Warlock kind of another one of these compLexity favorite heroes, I feel like, that maybe isn't as popular on other teams as of late. I mean, Warlock has definitely died off, and Leshrac, of course, being banned by Onyx. Another one of those examples, but the Warlock second pick. Like it here?
Yeah, I think the Warlock is good. Onyx going for this sort of draft where they want to have this invincible 5-man where they walk down towers. And compLexity realizing that, saying, hey, we want to be able to fight you with these towers. compLexity, never a team to turn down a fight or pick a draft that really doesn't ever want to fight. So picking this Warlock and being ready to fight them with these towers. So hopefully getting a quick 6 on the Warlock so they can take these team fights. Also pairs up extremely well with Ember's Veil. All of that magic damage combined with the Fatal Bonds just can massacre an entire team if you get the triple remnant on multiple heroes.
I saw this the last game as well, but I'm curious what you think about this idea that compLexity is banning Meepo. Now, Abed is arguably known as one of the best, if not the best, Meepo player. Obviously, again, not here. Flea's stepping in for him. Does Flea play it, or is it still worth banning?
Francis plays Meepo.
Okay, so just to clarify that. So still makes
he's
sense.
one of the few high MMR Meepo players in NA. Before Arteezy learned it, and a couple other players. Him, and then there's some like lower MMR players, some 6Ks that play Meepo, but he's really the only 8K player that plays Meepo in NA.
Okay.
Before Arteezy.
Well, there you go, guys. There's there's a reason as to why they're still banning the Meepo on the side of compLexity. So the bans finish up. Now, you mentioned perhaps a stun-heavy offlaner. Slaughter is actually still on the board. He made it through. Would be surprised.
Yeah, there is still the Slaughter Legion Commander as well. The Slaughter not really great versus Omni Knight Shadow Fiend. Can be good versus the Omni Knight if you want to right click him down, but not great versus the super strong 5-man lineups, as they'll typically pick strong lanes. So not great in the off lane.
I was thinking more for Onyx, to be fair, against compLexity.
Yeah, it could be it could be good for Onyx. It's decent versus the Ember Spirit, decent versus the Warlock, but they already have a they already have their 4 in the Omni Knights. Dubu almost always playing the Omni Knight. They can run it on Bolt from time to time, but typically it's the 4 Omni Knights. So,
Okay.
Slaughter offlane not the most popular right now. They may go for it. I think they have run it maybe once or twice. I'm sure they've run it, probably once or twice in scrims, but it's almost always this Dubu Omni Knight. It's one of his favorite heroes. He really likes to just sort of run it. People play this fight you style, sort of left over from MVP Nix there, the sort of style that they had bringing it to this team.
Oh, well, there's a hero that stuns, and stuns pretty well. The Earthshaker has a long-range fissure, of course, and as you mentioned, they could arguably use one, so I guess that kind of accomplishes that. Is that going to be a 3 Earthshaker then? That would make sense.
Yeah, it still could be the offlane Omni Knights. Could also be an offlane Earthshaker, but they do pick up the hero with catch, so a good hero to stun down this Ember Spirit, has multiple stuns, can break his shield quite easily in these team fights. Can also set up potential kills on mid from far away if he is roaming. He's offline. What is happening?
Well, there you go. That kind of throws everything for a loop. Beastmaster. So, yeah, the offlane, I mean, it could be a jungle Beastmaster. I know that's maybe a thing, but...
So they could throw the Beastmaster into the jungle and put the Earthshaker offlane with the support Omni Knights. They may, because they do not have the greatest lane support, they may pick a very, very independent laner for Mason. Maybe the Razor, the hero that he, in particular, one of the few NA players that really likes that hero. There's still the Razor. Other independent heroes, the Centaur Warrunner banned out, so probably not gonna be able to get him for the safe lane. The Juggernaut still here, pretty good in this game, a pretty self-dependent or an independent carry. But yeah, gonna have to be looking for a strong laner for Mason. As they're gonna be putting somebody in the jungle, probably the Beastmaster, and maybe running the Omni Knight in the offlane or Shaker roaming around. We'll have to see. Kind of some interesting picks, but like we sort of talked about, compLexity last game had some very strong team fights and very strong push, but not really any catch. And Onyx not having that issue this game with 2 very good heroes at catching this Umber Spirit if they do find him in a position where they can stun him and lock him down.
Yeah. So yeah, still curious about how they lane it, but definitely makes sense as far as the overall idea of what Team Onyx is going for. As far as compLexity is concerned, they third picked that Rubik, so I guess nothing too questionable there. Now, Rubik, I feel like, is pretty good against the likes of an Omni Knight. There's a series that I cast a little bit ago for a completely different tournament, but the Rubik player in that, kept stealing the Guardian Angel specifically and to help turn fights in their favor, and so that could be a nice tool to use against them. Sniper coming out with the 4th pick.
Team ban.
Yeah, quite a good sniper game. Ember Sniper is a very nice combo, as you can always be chaining people with the shrapnel on top, so it's a whole lot of damage over time. Very good at defending towers, which is sort of what Onyx wants to do. I do sort of worry for him, though. If they fall behind early in this game, could get constantly scouted out by these by the Hawks, and they do have multiple jumpers. The Shadow Fiend may even go for a blink this game. Francis, in particular, is a player that has been known to go for the blink Yule Shadow Fiend this patch, so it was popular many patches ago around the DAC era, but he still goes for it from time to time, so may go for it this game. We'll give them maybe some even more pickup potential. That's a little bit of theory crafting, but Sniper is potentially can be a very good pick. The Warlock Golem also very nice at making space for him in team fights.
Yeah. Now the final ban to come by compLexity. See Darkseer taken away from Team Onyx. They do still need their offlaner, so Darkseer could have potentially been an option here.
Reserve time.
Now compLexity figuring out who they want to ban. Again, Team Onyx, they could do many of things. So I guess they need their one, though, is really obvious here with their final pick. So more along those lines.
Yeah.
Slark, maybe? Is that hero like
10 seconds remaining.
It's not the greatest versus Ember Spirit, as it takes you so many items to be able to get to the point where you can actually kill him or shut him down. Can always be remnanting away, so you need like an Abyssal Blade and you need enough damage to right-click him down by the time you have that. He's got Radiance, or he's got items to keep him alive. compLexity actually going for the Abaddon, so pulling a page out of Freedom's book.
IX Mike over
Very
there,
good
yeah.
this game. Versus the Roar as well as the Fissure, super good at purging off both of those. And also, Onyx, you could sort of see banning up the Darkseer, one of the strongest off-laners. Very good in these 1v1 scenarios.
5 seconds
as he just gets tons of farm, gets a super fast mech. But Abaddon sort of on the same train, an extremely strong 1v1er, especially versus most melee carries. So Onyx may be forced into going for that Razor. We'll have to see what they choose to go for. But I really like this Abaddon pick. It's super good here. It continues to bolster the team fight. So compLexity gearing up to fight Onyx at these towers whenever they do group up to try and take them.
Yeah, and I feel like compLexity did run a little bit of Abaddon themselves, but you mentioned, yeah, Team Freedom known for perhaps doing that as well. And
10 seconds remaining.
that Aphonic Shield is most certainly going to be useful for this team here. Weaver is going to be the final pick, actually, coming out on the side of Team Onyx. So they get their 1 position. I assume that's where that's going to end up, of course. And as far as overall
Mason
wins.
Weaver, infamous Mason Weaver, one of his specialty heroes. Like we talked about, independent carry, so can lane solo versus Abaddon quite easily. Should be a reasonably even lane. The Weaver maybe pulling ahead once he has a few levels and could possibly get a kill with a rotation for maybe the Earthshaker. We'll have to see who is off lane, if the Beastmaster is jungle, which he most probably will be. A whole lot of kill potential between a Rubik and Ember Spirit and a Warlock. So I would assume Omni Knight probably going to sap as much XP as he can up in his top lane while Beastmaster heads to the jungle.
All right, so keep an eye on the early build here, but definitely a fun one shaping up to be yet again. Team Onyx versus compLexity had a hell of a game 1. Came down to a bit of a base race there at the end, and Team Onyx, though, pulling through. So hoping for a similar result here in game 2, whereas obviously compLexity would like to split the series at the very least now. And this making their debut here of the post 7.00 patch here in the Starladder iLeague Star Series qualifier. So the ports happen, and the wards attempting to be placed. You see Love Yourself, a.k.a. Bulba, gets the Observer ward down quickly. As Warlock going to make his way to the top lane now. But so Bulba playing the Beastmaster here and setting up as if he may actually go the off lane over here. So some aggressive dual lane, perhaps?
Yeah, it could be an Earthshaker Beastmaster dual lane. They're not the strongest of lanes. compLexity isn't level 1. And it looks like they just want to keep the supports tied down here, as the Rubik can have a lot of kill potential mid with the Sniper. On the SF at early levels, once Sniper gets level 3, has the 2 points in the Shrapnel. Can set up kills in him, so coming up here, it looks like he's going to try and force the supports to stay here, and maybe get as much as he can. Doesn't get 2 sets of regions, or he doesn't get 3 sets of regions, so just getting the 1 Tango, 1 Salve, and a Stout Shield. So has the Iron Talon queued up, maybe going to start in the lane, keep the supports here early on, give the SF a little bit of space, and then go back to the jungle afterwards. So I like this play from Bulba, giving his Shadow Fiend a little bit of space early on.
Makes sense there. Shadow Fiend is going to pick up that banner, and of course, creating space, as well as a Mason ready to pick up the bottom one. So no rune contestation this time around. Going to be either side getting their own runes. Cancel on the Sniper. Going to be in that middle lane. So that does mean Ember Spirit going to be in the hands of Moo, meanwhile. So
yep. They see this ward here, but Warlock not long enough range to hit it, so he walks down the hill and then he can't see it anymore. So
that's awesome.
needs Moo to walk over so he can take it down. They do kill it. Get a little bit of extra gold and some XP for Swindle, so very nice there for this top lane.
Yeah, preventing that vision, so well played. And now, yeah, Bulba up here. Gonna have to deal with the harassment of Warlock. Currently, Earthshaker, okay, he's gonna do a block of sorts with that fissure and bring in the jungle.
Oh my goodness.
He's done this before.
Yep, so they're gonna pull a hard camp, so that was their plan. He's gonna go last under the tower with the Beastmaster. And Demon gonna be able to farm up these camps, get a few more levels in the fissure, and then maybe look to rotate somewhere. But Z-Freak knows what's going on, heads over here, and is going to at least sap some of this XP, maybe try and steal a couple of last hits.
He's pinging it out as if maybe wants to have somebody come over, rotate over, and it looks like actually Moo is rotating over, so they really want to make a play on Earthshaker. He has a lift ready to go. Demon almost running into him, doesn't though. And instead Moo will pull the creep wave, and Z-Freak will kind of walk it off. He did place the ward though. And so they'll be able to see if they attempt that in the future. The crafty plays they're trying to make. Middle lane, Shrapnel comes out, but Rubik just a little bit too far. And Demon will throw in a couple of auto attacks to eventually get him out there. But early start for Sniper versus the Shadow Fiend. 3-3 Sniper versus a 3-4 Shadow Fiend here, so very early on though. Oh, and actually Sniper might be in some trouble. Be blocked in,
not
maybe
quite
not.
level 3 on the Shadow Fiend, so doesn't have very much damage until he has those level 3 raises, or level 2 raises. So if he was level 3, maybe he could have gone for the kill, but a little bit low, got headshot proc 2 times in a row, not wanting to risk giving a turnaround kill to the Sniper.
Oh, he's gonna take some damage right here. Fairy Fire. Oh, but the lift at the last second.
think he would have died to that raise.
Yeah.
So a nice save. Yeah, he definitely would have died, actually. He only had 125 HP. So a nice save from Z-Freak. Playing around this mid lane, but as he is here, Bulba is getting quite a bit top. Did go for the Axis level 1, so giving a little more damage, and 9 CS on this Beastmaster because those pulls able to last under tower. Bulba, top of the CS charts, and you don't really want to see Beastmaster getting a good start. It's a hero that needs levels and farm typically to thrive, not just a hero that can get level 6 and do a whole lot. You can go for some roar ganks, but after a little bit of time, needs those Nectar books to have a big impact. So it's a very good start for this Beastmaster that he really wants to have cheeky pull shenanigans with Z-Freak blocking it up. So no more pulls for this Shaker.
Yeah, not for now at least. So bottom lane, we do have the Omnideck down here, Dubu. The one playing it, we're gonna go trade auto attacks with Abaddon, who's attempting to do some jungling of sorts with the creep pull, and gets at least the one last hit thrown in there as, oh my god, that was the middle lane. The exchange test right there. Oh boy, I apologize guys. Shadow Fiend go for sniper though, and Shadow Fiend got the kill first. Were you catching that by chance?
No, I was looking bottom.
You got caught in the trap with me.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not the cameraman though.
Yeah, so you get off. Anyways, but obviously the Fleet getting the advantage though in terms of getting the kill first when it comes to the first blood.
Yeah, he also got the souls because he got the kill himself. So even though he does die and lose half of his souls, not the biggest deal. Still at 12 after respawning. But basically a dual lane versus dual lane scenario in this mid lane. Neither team wanting to let their squishy mid hero get punished by the rotating heroes of the other team. So just sort of sacking each other's XP a little bit, playing this dual lane, trying to enable their cores, as they both sort of want to play around these heroes. Whenever you pick a sniper, it's typically a very sniper-oriented line if you play around the sniper, protect him, and same with the Shadow Fiend. Picking up this Omni Knight first pick along with him, so wanting to help him whack down these towers, having someone to protect him, and try and body this Ember Spirit around the map.
Ember Spirit, he's having free farm up here at the top lane. 23-4 creep farm now is leading the way here. Abaddon 13-1 down here at the bottom meanwhile. Obviously managing some okay farm himself as we're looking back at him. Oh yeah, you do see Beastmaster into the jungle with that Iron Talon and attempting to continue to pick up his farm. I mentioned the Necronomicon books. Wants to get those ASAP. Bottom lane, Monkeys, he should be fine. More pressure coming out, or is he? A Phonic Shield, it's worn off now, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, not going to go for it. A little bit risky. Could have had some TB support, maybe turn around and kill us, not wanting to get over aggressive. compLexity getting some chip damage off of this top tower, pushing the wave in, catapult, donking away, but Bulba may go down.
Yeah, they're going to throw Bulba right back into them. No chance for him to escape. Demon already thrown out his fissure, so that will be a kill. Melon securing it there on that Warlock. So well played in the tower. Let's continue to take more damage. They're going to pop the fortification, in fact, as bottom lane Monkeys, he's attempting to do the same thing down here in terms of defending. But both of these first-tier towers could be dropping in the near future. The way the play's going on, but this top lane, we're not done just yet. As yeah, he's going to throw out another fissure right here on the wrong side, though. And Warlock will just simply walk it off.
Yeah, so committing 3 heroes up here to try and defend this, or 2 heroes up here to try and defend this tower as long as possible. While with TPing immediately back up and only losing about half HP, a little bit more than that, so pretty good for compLexity. Next time they have a catapult, should be able to finish it up completely. I'll have to see if they try soon or continue to wait a little bit. Looks like they're Monkeys.
Yeah, but this is going to come at a cost big time. Z-Freak going for the double tap. Yo, the one more. Yes, he got it. Omni Knight did actually fall. Monkeys credit for the kill right there in the end. Wow, a 2-for-1 exchange. So the dive was real and ended up biting them in the ass for Team Onyx.
Yeah, and as we talked about earlier, they were, not getting too over aggressive, not diving this Abaddon under the tower, but slipping a little bit. And now Z-Freak level 5, actually going for treads. So maybe going for that damage talent and gonna, whack some people. We'll have to see. That'd be a little bit clowny. But we've seen how Z-Freak can play on this Rubik, so having a very nice start for him. Not what Onyx really wanted to give in this game, as there are a lot of good spells to see. Aurora, Fissure, Time Lapse, Shikuchi, obviously a very, very good one. So a lot of purification, of course, so a lot of good spells to steal, and the Rubik off to a very good start.
Yeah, that is something. So really beefing up. He's going to roam through the jungle right here, see if he can maybe get information at the very least, and perhaps to the bounty room, but of course that's already taken. He's going to run into the Beastmaster right here. He's pinked out, though, and going to attempt to fall back. He's going to go for the port. not going to happen. Fissure will catch him as Z-Freak. He has those power treads, as you mentioned, going to throw him over the Fissure. This bar, though, going to block him. This is just a matter of time, and there's no way he escapes here. Just going to get go by the newts. That would be something.
He didn't get crit one time. Wow. None of the wolves crit. If they all crit, he would have died. So, Z-Freak asking for some luck, not getting any.
Yeah. Never lucky. Oh well. So he falls.
Like we said, the second catapult coming in top, and it looks like this tower may go down. Dubu TPing in, has to repel, so a little hard to kill him. Not willing to use the chain steals yet. So yeah, they do come out. The tower continuing to get whittled down with these range creeps and the catapult.
Moose needs to be careful himself now as Mason ports in. Gonna chase after the Warlock, however. They know Moose a little slippery, so not the easiest to go. Middle lane, meanwhile, Cancel gets caught. Looks like that was a roar used by Beastmaster. It sure was. Monkeys gets here, pops that borrowed time. However, they stop attacking him, of course, and they will fall back. So Sniper dove here in the middle. And they secure the kill. Top lane, we're not done just yet. Swinamels gets picked off, actually, as Mason's able to dive him with that Shikuchi and secure a kill himself. So a couple of big kills for Team Onyx. And may get a third. Yeah, Ray secures the kill on Z-Freak meanwhile.
Yeah, this is very strong timing for Onyx. They have so many nukes, so much burst potential with the Fissure, all these raises, the Weaver scattering around, level 8 now. The max level Shikuchi and 2 points in the Swarm, and Cancel getting pressured now as well. They pick up a salve at base, so they're going to be forced to use that. Oh, whoa!
Assassinate, baby. Boom, headshot. Drops down the Weaver there in the middle lane. He's going to hop over to the shrine. So, yeah, I don't know. Weaver just underestimated sniper damage right there, I guess. Also tanked the tower a little bit. Not going as planned.
It's pretty bad for Onyx. The Weaver going down, giving Sniper a little bit of a catch up. So, it's like he does have his phase boots now or whatever. Upgraded boots he has chose to go for. And Abaddon coming mid. Tried to protect Cancel a little bit earlier, and now committing to this tower with this. They do have the Golem on the Warlock, so looks like a big fight maybe going down top as both teams committing 3 or 4 heroes to this mid lane. Only 2 go in both top then. Z-Freak down bottom, continuing to split push.
Moo chasing out Duba at the top lane, by the way. He's going to pop the... Oh, he actually gets caught with the steering chains, and not going to be enough turn damage, though. In fact, yep, it is going to be killed. The Remnant chasing back down. Bounces back in. So well played right there by Moo. Bottom lane, Promoror hits up on a Z-Freak. He's trying to get away now. He has a spell steal. He's trying to get the spell steal from the... I was pretty sure he was trying to do it from the Beastmaster. He did a good job of dodging right there. Managed to allow Shadow Fiend to finish the job, so kind of a 1-for-1 situation as, again, Omni Knight picked up at the top lane meanwhile. Sniper, though.
They got a nice kill there. Not letting this Rubik sit there and just freely farm down in this bottom lane, get free XP, pushed up very far, and they do get the kill. Not the biggest deal in the world, which you force Mineski over, so not farming this mid lane, not farming up jungle camps, but they do get the nice kill on the Rubik, and Abaddon comes down to his bottom lane to fill his place, but Abaddon a little bit behind as well, so Rubik a little more farm than usual, but Abaddon a little more poor than usual. Only has the phase boots and the Bassi right now, so he's going to be going for the Vlads, not the typical mech that IX Mike goes for. A lot of Abaddon plays happen nowadays going for. So, changing up a little bit, going for the classic Logan Buff style. I'll have to see how it pays off.
Yeah. Top lane Mason, he's going to make his way, although Rubik, he stole the Shikuchi himself, so that's definitely a solid ability to have if you're the Rubik. Definitely a great escape tool as well as harassment, of course. But Abaddon is pushing out the bottom, you mentioned. Pick up on some farm right here. He's sitting there at 6th in the game, only 2,600 net worth around that area. He's going to have a port coming in, though, so we'll need to think about being a little careful here. Has borrowed time, if need be, but won't be necessary here. Cancel, meanwhile, he's got the Ring of Aquila going to be coming, sitting with a second Wraith Band as well. They're going to smoke up him, Warlock, and the Rubik. And they're going to head towards the bottom lane, actually. So try to get a kill out of this as well as maybe the tower push. They do have that Warlock Golem, as you were talking about. Still to use.
Mason actually going for the no boots build. I like it a lot this game, as it allows you to have enough slots for TP as well as going for the bottle, wand, and Aquila. So gives you more slots to work with. Lets him go for this Dragon Lance very, very quickly. And lets him play very aggressive around the map as he did early on. Did feed a couple of kills, getting a little over aggressive, but can work out very well as lets you stay very sustainable with the Aquila mana regen, the wand, as well as the bottle. So I like this no boots build coming up from Mason.
That's a free tower kill, so well played by compLexity. Managing to drop her right there. You see some bounty rune control. A middle tower. It's going to be counter pushed by Team Onyx. Figuring might as well make the best of the situation. Shadow Fiend finishing his own Dragonlance meanwhile. Dubu's doing a good job of cutting the creep wave. Make it that much harder to protect said mid tower if they want to, which it definitely seems like they do. Fortification comes out. Top lane, what's going on up here? Beastmaster and Ember Spirit kind of saying hello. Meanwhile, Rubik, he's charging in pretty ballsy. Needs to be careful, has that Shikuchi, but they spot him with the sentry. Out comes the ultimate from Earthshaker with the Echo Slam, but here comes the Warlock Golem. The Veil is put out as well. The Ember Spirit flying in. Gonna get one, no, protective Guardian comes out right there from Omni. He is gonna go down though. And now Flea gonna try to fly away with it. Guardian Angel, excuse me. Anyways, in the background, Rubik was picked up. Primal War now on Ember Spirit, looking to turn on him, but they lose Earthshaker back there, and now Beastmaster being chased down. His minions are killed, and the root from the Searing Chains, that will secure him to a 3-for-2 exchange. Mason gonna have to squirm away, thinking about going back in, opening at least right there, but he's just kind of toying. Assassinate's going off. Oh, there's the time lapse though. And he'll be fine. Cancel taking some tower damage, but gonna manage to survive. All right, favor for compLexity there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they use all their big ultimates. They get a couple of kills. Beastmaster goes down, so gonna slow down his Necrobook even more. Not really in the kind of shape to fight right now on this Beastmaster. Wants to kind of chill, go farm, get his Necrobook up. So compLexity using their cooldowns as soon as they have them, or as soon as possible, taking that good fight. Have another smoke on Z-Freak, so it looks like they want to wrap around this tower. Not done yet, even though they don't have this rock. They do have the ult back up on Abaddon and all their other spells. Very low cooldown, so looking to get active, continuing to stay active, while this Beastmaster, not super rich, while the Shadow Fiend's still working on some of his core items. Dubu.
Here's part of being active. Not going to be enough, though. The chase unsuccessful. Good job with the Fissure, but unfortunately didn't block the Ember Spirit, and now he's going in for some kills on a Beastmaster. Slow happening, but there's the boom headshot from the background. Cancel with the Assassinate, takes out Beastmaster. Meanwhile, Melons is picked off, however, in return. So good job by Mason, at least getting the turn kill, and gonna assist with maybe another. Rubik gets caught by the Fissure. Great heals though from Abaddon. There's the Euphonic Shield, and that will be enough to allow him to run it off. So a 1-for-1 exchange. Beastmaster for Warlock. Top tower, it's being pushed in though. Flea's gonna kill it. We're coming in, however, from Monkeys. And gonna have to just trade auto attacks right here. He does have borrowed time, so he's not afraid to do this. And somebody's running in. They have no way of stopping, though. And that'll be Shadow Fiend escaping.
Forces out the ulti and then TP's out immediately afterwards. So, favorable trade for Onyx for sure. They do get that top tower. And Francis playing a lot like he did last game. Still pushing, getting a lot of these towers down. Knows that he can't really contribute too much to this fight as they just want to get back. Beastmaster going down very early in the fight and using his only Necro 1. So, not very useful right now. Backing off and waiting until they have that Necro 3. So he gets, the Blink Dagger online and the Shaker. He's going to be farming up in this top lane for quite some time, trying to get up to that Blink. And once they do have these items, they're going to have some very, very strong pickup potential and map control. The slipper heroes like the Weaver and the Blink stuns from the Beastmaster and the Shaker.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend going to be picking up that Shadow Blade. Middle lane. I'll just cancel more so, trying to pressure the tower once again. Actually get a kill on it. Bottom lane, Warlock could be in trouble. Weaver chasing. Don't have any kind of stun, though. Melons picks up on that. And he'll just TP. Well, it really wasn't that far, but it allows him to survive, so very good one at that. As you see Dragonlance on Sniper has been completed.
It's pretty standard stuff, but the Roar does come off of cooldown. They have the level 3 Fissure and level 3 Aftershock, so they look to move up. They can move up to this top lane, going to the push lane, so they know someone is going to come here and farm it, but who's spotting him out?
Yeah, Everett jumped in initially, quickly fell back with the Remnants though. Rubik though caught by the Roar, a couple of combos right there from the stuns, and no chance for him to escape. Cancel. He's the next target, it looks like. Out comes the Warlock Golem. We do have the Guardian Angel, it is going to be used. The Echo Slam comes out as well. But down goes Earthshaker, not the biggest one. Dubu's gonna fall despite the Guardian Angel. Look at this upheaval. Level 4 upheaval from Melons. Look at how slow they are. Both the Beastmaster and the Shadow Fiend, they're trying to run this whole time. And now the Shrapnel catches Shadow Fiend. Flea going for the Requiem of Souls. Will not get it off in time. He goes down before. Level 4 upheaval doing a lot of work right there.
And Mason goes down to Moo as well. They really wanted to make a move up to this top lane, find a pick off, but compLexity kind of spotting them out. And they figured while we're here, might as well try and find a pick off, but not really working out the way they wanted to, having to go a little bit too far, getting a little too aggressive after they got the kill on the Rubik, and losing 4 in return, and going to lose his tier 2 tower, so really not what we want to see. These monkeys with that Vlad's, with the level 4 Abaddon passive, so this tower going down very quickly. Going to be going for the Helm of the Dominator next, so we give them even more tower and team fighting potential and complexity.
Yeah, Golem going to be despawning right here. That's actually well played by the Warlock. Yeah, he's be a distraction. It's like, all right, you guys want the Golem, have it. Nope, never mind. Gets despawns anyways before you can actually kill it. So simple distraction, but makes the best of it. You mentioned Helm of the Dominator coming on Abaddon. That's going to be big. Sniper. Looks like that Maelstrom just around the corner now. But yeah, how about that Warlock level 4 up? I feel like that's not the typical style of Warlock build. Not that we see this hero lately a lot, but is this kind of unique, or is this maybe a new thing, or what do you think about it?
Yeah, typically you go for like 4-2-4 or 4-2, like 3-2-4. Sometimes you'll see 2-2-4 is a little bit uncommon, but not the most uncommon. Getting this upheaval max is really, really nice. Even though they have the Weaver, who isn't really affected by it, very good versus a lot of their other heroes who like to, they kind of want to just go in and commit, but whenever you commit and then you want to try and get back out, you're just sort of stuck there. As long as this Warlock doesn't go down, as level 4 upheaval like happened in the last fight, they all just kind of got demolished. We're stuck there for forever.
Definitely causing issues there. We do see Monkeys is having free farm, just pushing out this bottom lane. Meanwhile, the Villa Discord on Ember Spirit. He's looking for a chance to make a play here. Mason, though, it's a little bit too quick. He reacts perfectly, and no chance to go for him. He's going to take a turn stun, but he just remnants out. And there's no chance for Onyx. They're going to go to the Roshan pit, though. At least they're pinging it. Yeah, they are running in here, so gonna go for an Aegis. Demon on that Earthshaker, by the way, to check the Blink Dagger progress. He has about 850 gold, so a little bit of ways, but most certainly going for it. Meanwhile, bottom secondary being pushed by complexity. It's all about those objectives. They pretty much knew Roshan was happening. Figured let's get a second tier tower out of it. And so at least they get that, but that's going to be an Aegis on Mason. Yeah, Weaver's the one that picks it up here. You think Weaver over Shadowfiend makes sense?
Yeah, I think that they want this Weaver to be going super aggressive. He just has his Deso now as well, so he's the biggest damage dealer. And the Shadow Fiend not doing like a ton of damage right now. He's going to be going for the BKB, and once he has that, not really going to be going down very easily. And if the Shadow Fiend is going down first one in the team fight, then it's most likely the rest of his team has already died. He's going to be dying again. So the Weaver having the Aegis lets him play extremely aggressive and basically keeps them from doing anything because Weaver has the Deso. So he's going to have a huge impact in these fights. He's going for the Lincolns next as well, looks like.
They're doing some Ancients as a team as complexity, some stacked Ancients. Not sure how many there were, but it seemed like there's a fair amount of Sniper getting some good chunk of farm from that. The top two farmers belonging on the side of complexity, Sniper and that Ember Spirit. Update. You see the net worth chart. It's been kind of an up and down roller coaster a bit. It's been climbing back in favor of Onyx somewhat as of late, as has the experience been. But overall, a pretty close game that definitely could be on either side here. Demon, the Blink Dagger check again is just about there, about 2,000 gold saved up, so going to be pretty clutch once he gets that. Able to jump in with an Echo Slam. For now, he'll just throw out some fissures and try to keep these pushes from happening too much, but middle tower, it's going to be an easy tower kill. And they're good with that. Sniper's hanging
almost
around.
Getting the till up. Almost killing Mu up top. Barely had enough mana to get away before the Necrobooks burned it all away.
Mason, meanwhile, okay, he's fine. Time lapse is out. So yeah, action at the top lane, that was you're talking about. Manages to escape though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Cole's teamfight is just so strong right now. They have all these frontliners between the Rock and the Abaddon just running in. The Ember Spirit blinking in chains and locking people down for the Sniper to just peep away. It's very hard for Onyx to take these fights. So once again, sort of their game plan they had last game, trying to split the lanes, get vision, and take the fights on their terms. Volva up top, Flea down at bottom, so pushing here, killing that wave, the Catapult rolling in to maybe get a couple shots in this tower. They know exactly where complexity is, because they're moving them around the map, just trying to get as much farm as they can on these cores.
Blink Dagger picked up on Earthshaker, so again, great initiation now for Team Onyx. See Shadow Fiend scouting out with the Shadow Blade that he has. He's working on that Silver Edge now. Finishing that first. He's going to open with a Requiem. Oh no, but the Slide of Fist causes issue. There goes the X-Line and the Requiem of Souls. Equals a dead Ember Spirit. So.
Yeah, an initial reveal of the Earthshaker Blink, killing exactly the hero they wanted to, just shutting down this Ember. was getting quite out of control. It had the blink, the veil, and the bots. Does go down, so very, very nice from them, having the Requiem just on top, and now they get this tier 2 as well. Probably going to get this mid tier 2 as well. Don't think they're going to fight this top one, but if they do let this top one go, then they're going to have access to the shrine, so Mace and TP, yep, they don't want to let these shrines go, so are going to try to take the fight here as there is no Ember Spirit.
Wow, Dubu just got bursted though. The Warlock Golem comes out, so without Dubu and that Omni Knight, that's quite the loss. Time lapse from Mason. Going to make his escape, so it will only be the one kill. Gets actually pulled back in, but still slippery enough with that Shikuchi to make the ultimate escape. But so yeah, Warlock Golem will help them push this top lane. And that will be an easy tower kill. So yeah, that is the last outer tower destroyed, and now the shrines are vulnerable as you're getting at. Middle lane, oh, chase on a fleet right here. Not going to be enough though. Primal Roar comes out. They're going for the turn kill. Now Ember Spirit. That's going to be a turn kill. Great bait right there. Definitely saved by the Shadow Fiend and right into the Primal Roar of the Beastmaster. Top lane. Meanwhile, Fissure block, but don't know if they're going to be committing to chase them by any means. compLexity going to fall back as a team, but they lose Ember Spirit again, so his farm has actually dove quite a bit. I mean, he's now 4th place in the game overall, but when he was first here recently.
Yeah, at the very least, they did take the tier 2 tower, not going to be wailing on these shrines. So this top one should go down. It looks like Onyx do want to contest, but it's going to take them a while to get there. They try and smoke up and hurry over as they know there is no golem. Flea leading the charge, but it does fall, and this Ice Ogre creep, Monkeys is dominated, has been having such an impact. The +8 armor on every single one of their heroes really limits the effectiveness the Deso this Weaver has. Was countering out the minus armor from the Deso completely. So, and then one plus one to spare. So, really nice pickup from this Ogre, as well as Zefreak getting the Purge creep. So he has a Dominator of his own, picking up the Purge creep. So it's going to give them some extra slow potential and can purge off the Guardian Angel. So getting these 2 Dominators, 2 creeps that are very, very useful. So a lot of times we say that it's kind of redundant to get multiple creeps. The auras don't stack, but getting 2 creeps, two different, very useful purposes.
Well, the mission's clear for Team Onyx. It's destroy Ember Spirit, and now they've done it 3 times in the last about 3 minutes or so. As they get yet another catch on the head, they smoke on in. The Shadow Blade, you see the Echo Slam. That Blink Dagger from Earth Shaker, excuse me, has been fantastic, and it's resulted in at least a couple of those kills. Cancel, he's going to be fine. Barely makes his escape, but yeah, it's really keeping Ember Spirit in check. Is definitely hurting compLexity's overall cause right here. As
I don't even know if Boo's seen a creep in the past 3 minutes.
he's trying. He would love to, but yeah, he's running into some trouble clearly. Top lane Monkeys, they're kind of chasing him. Yeah, they're collapsing onto him big time. He has a TP, of course, but they may catch him. See Beastmaster gonna cut down the trees. And now Mason, he's gonna run him down as well. He's gonna need to try a TP here, but that's not gonna happen. He pops the Phonic Shield. He does have borrowed time, so he can just delay this as long as possible. He does have support coming in. Moon is, in fact, is going to get your Guardian Angel comes out. Omni Knight, though, he's going to block in here. Primal Roar from the background, but Dubu's ticking down, and Moo's going to finish the job with another Slide of Fist. But now Moo's the one that needs to be careful. Yeah, he's revving it out, but Monkeys, he has the big support coming in now. The lift on the Shadow Fiend. There we go with the initiation from the Warlock Golem, and Shadow Fiend is going to fall. Moo ends up surviving throughout it all, as does Monkeys, and now Mason on the run on this Weaver. Well played from Abaddon. Zefreak nukes him down to finish him off. Monkeys does finish off Demon, almost adding insult to injury. And compLexity come out big time in that fight. That's Abaddon though for you. You can't kill him quick. It's just so difficult.
Yeah, the Vlads, the Ice Ogre creep, Summon the Dominator, HP regen just took them so long. He doesn't even end up going down. It gives them enough time for the Ember to get in. They had to use the Guardian Angel very early on in the fight, and now threatening the racks with the Golem, marching towards the buildings. Everyone up on the hill in the Soul 4 Abaddon passive. They're all doing so much damage to these buildings.
Jump in quickly. Fleet going to be rooted in place, but he has that repel, obviously, so going to be more than fine, but this is going to be a tower kill for compLexity as they're sieging into the base now. Root on a Beastmaster. That's going to be fine. You mentioned that on the Aura, the Christmas Furnace, doing a lot of work right here. Shadow Fiend, he's looking for an initiation. He has that Requiem of Souls still good to go. Not the max souls, but could still be plenty of damage, but they will get the racks destroyed, and compLexity falls back as a team. Oh, Tufu almost falling to the Assassinate. Manages to have just enough life, though, so they'll ward up, and now compLexity going to fall back. and regroup here. So despite Ember Spirit dying 3 times in a row, it's overall still working out pretty well for compLexity here.
Yeah, a very costly mistake from Onyx, just a little bit overestimating their damage and losing 3 and then losing their melee racks now as well. Flea going for the Silver Edge first, now finishing up the BKB, so it's considerably tankier in these fights, but the rest of his team doesn't really have that luxury. They all die so quickly to the Fatal Bonds and all this Ember damage. This combination working out extremely well, and countering out Onyx, what they wanted to do very, very well. They wanted to get ahead, they wanted to walk down these towers, get some map control, pick them off, and eventually break high ground that way, but compLexity not having any of that and just picking this incredible team fighting duo in their first 2 picks and working out really well so far. Just extremely hard for Onyx to ever team fight them, sort of like what happened last game, but compLexity this game actually have some heroes, some catch potential. The Ember Spirit having the Blink Dagger, this Warlock with a very long range rock that can stun people off and force them to run away.
Repel is stolen by Rubik currently. They're going to smoke up right here. This was not seen, and they're going to go right down the middle of Brandy. Now, Rosha was killed, as we see there, by Team Onyx, so maybe catching compLexity a little bit off guard. They're going to head over to the area, but going to get there a little bit too late, at least for stopping any kind of Roshan retreat. And yeah, not going to be able to catch anyone just yet. So instead, oh, they want to wrap around top, it looks like. And that could be a good decision here. So Satyr scouting things out initially. And you got the Hawk. Not going to see them, though. They're going to find a jump on Shadow. Feedable Hero's the biggest one. He pops the Shadow Blade. Do they have any kind of detection? He pops the BKB, but the bash immediately. In comes the Guardian Angel. And now Flea, he's just trying to flee right here. Monkey's going to take the brunt of that Requiem, but not really doing a whole lot. The Sora still being somewhat effective, but Searing Chase now. Root comes out, down goes Omni-Knight, and now Flea. He's all alone. Protective Charm ain't going to save him here. Too much physical damage. That's a 2-for-0 in favor of compLexity. Beautiful use of that Smoke Ink there.
Yeah, and Mu immediately TPing mid, trying to push out these lanes. Knowing where Bulba is, getting the jump on him instead of the other way around as the Necro books were on cooldown, so Bulba not able to threaten a kill there. As Mu does have the Lincolns now, so very difficult to get the kill. He has to pop the Necro, hit him with the Archer mana burn target thing, and then roar him. That takes a long time, has plenty of time to get his lights off, and then Remnant out as he is pushing in this top lane, has the bots up in 15 seconds, and can Remnant back. As he does, they're going to walk down mid and try and take these racks. They do have the Golem, Melon's having a casual buckler, and maybe the mech coming in. Yeah, looks like it is. So this is compLexity's go time. They want to end the game right here. Shadowfiend, no buyback. They did buyback in that last fight to try and defend top racks.
Yeah, Rubik with the Purification. I'm sure he would have liked to have that Guardian Angel, but Purification having a nice little heal for the team. Ain't too shabby either. And going to assist with pushing into the base now. So Abaddon, of course, continuing to lead the way. It's round 2 at the base here for Team Onyx. They lost round 1 at the top lane. Going to go for the middle now. And it's so difficult because Monkeys, he doesn't have an Aegis, of course, but he almost kind of does because of the borrowed time. You got to be careful. He almost has a second life right there. So they just easily drop the tower. Really no defense being put out. And Monkey's taking some good damage right here. Will pop the borrowed time. And he'll have to be a little more careful now as the Ember Spirit also in the background using that Remnant to his advantage. So Siege of the racks, they get into about half life here. Will they continue is the question.
Yeah, it was a very nice jump in from Mu there. They may have gone and tried to chase down Monkeys, but jumping in, sliding 2, and sort of buying a little bit of time, allowing him to walk out as they were kind of distracted. They needed to do it, and we're not continuing to do that, just sort of force them around, kind of distracting, because he does have plenty of remnants to work with and isn't Mjolnired up, so if they do hit him, we'll take a little bit of damage back, just waiting for Monkey's ultimate to come back up, as he does have the blink now at Abaddon, so they taking damage while you're in borrowed time doesn't cancel your blink, so you can absolutely always blink out. It's going to make it basically impossible to kill him as he walks up this high ground and gives vision for the sniper to peek away, so a nice pickup that's going to help them try and siege this high ground.
Yeah, they're really just kind of playing the weighted out game. Obviously, they have the top lane naturally pushing in for them. Already having the racks destroyed up there, so got that to their advantage. And here he goes. You're just talking about Monkeys goes in for all time, ready to go. Gonna have to pop it soon. They lock down Weaver, but he gets the time lapse off. So Echo Slam in the background. No, he didn't actually Echo Slam. Demon jumped in, but didn't really catch anyone. He's gonna die though, as Cancel is doing too much damage from a distance. And so that's what Sniper is really good at, of course. And the obvious right here. Dubu. He's trying to heal up, but out comes the Warlock Golem, and there's the follow-up. The Guardian Angel goes up, but it's not going to really matter, at least for him. He goes down. Beastmaster being locked down as well. Meanwhile, over here, Shadowfiend, He's in trouble trying to deal with this Abaddon. Ain't going to have enough damage. No buybacks to be had. And compLexity trying to even the series out one apiece to finish it here. And Team Onyx, yeah, they just don't have the firepower, it feels like. Mason, he too is going to go down. Aegis, yeah, they have the Aegis that whole time, that's right. So it's going to be used. They've only killed Rubik out of all this. Buyback on Earthshaker. He still has his Echo Slam, actually. Oh, he may be looking for a chance right here, but the Blink Dagger can't get it off. And now Abaddon just dives in. The Assassinate kills him anyways. Oh boy, that might be okay, let's throw in the towel. Yeah, GG, well played.
Yeah, so Onyx, playing around compLexity's massive team fight very well for quite some time, but sort of one big blunder trying to kill this Abaddon, overestimating their damage a little bit, and losing map control. All their lanes were out whenever they went for that play, as they committed quite hard for it. And getting it turned around, didn't have any map control, weren't able to split push any towers, and compLexity just sort of having complete control of the game from then on.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for this series now. compLexity versus Team Onyx here. So, want to thank you guys for watching that one. But we do got one more series, of course, coming at us here. What's going to be our final series of the night now, as we have Team Freedom matching up against Infamous here in a 2-game series. So, once again, guys, I was Breaky CPK, joined by CCNC here. Really do appreciate you joining me. I think I may, or we'll figure out what the CoCast situation is. I think I may have somebody else lined up, but we'll figure that out and kind of see how this plays out here. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for our second series here. Any shout-outs you want to make in case this is it for you?
Shout out to Eric Dong.
Okay. There you go. Simple shout-out. Keeping it simple. Freedom versus Infamous, though, going to be our next series, guys. It's also going to be a 2-game series, of course, and it should be a good one to finish things off here on what is our day number 2 for the Starladder iLeague Star Series. So stay tuned, guys. Game 1 of that series is going to be coming up shortly here. It's actually lining up pretty nicely after about a 10-minute break or so. We'll be right back, guys.